Claire Rooney and I'm from Trust Merseyside. We're a rehoming centre based in Huyton, where currently we've got 81 dogs in our care on site, and we've also got about 25 dogs in some of our fantastic foster homes. It's really easy for people to adopt. You can come along to the centre and have a look around and see the dogs that we've got, and you can speak to staff about them as well. But our application process is done online. So you create an account online, you can favourite certain dogs so that we get an idea of the type of dogs that you like, the sort of dogs that you're interested in. It tells us about your home life, your environment, your working hours, how much time the dog would be spent alone and that kind of thing. And then what we do is we do our best to match you to the right dog. So if one of the dogs that you've applied for is perfect for you, then that's great, we'll do our best to go ahead with that. But if those dogs aren't quite right, because we know the type of dogs that you're interested in, then we can do our best to match you with a dog that maybe you've not seen or not considered, and hopefully we'll find you the right dog for your lifestyle. Yeah, the length of stay of a dog definitely depends on the dog and the situation. It can be the dog's age, sometimes it's the dog's breed, it can be medical issues, and obviously it's the dog's circumstances. Dogs that can live with children and other pets obviously fly out, they'll go really quickly. Some dogs take a little longer. There is definitely somebody for everyone. It's, you know, it's not at all often that a dog never finds its home. It's really, really rare. Dogs like Rina come in all the time. She just needs a little bit more, and it'd be good if people could be a bit more open into what they want, and we'd be more likely to find the right dog for you, and hopefully reduce the length of time that a dog has to stay in kennels as well. But whilst they're here, they get the best of care with us, they get regular walks and they get training sessions. We do everything we can to make them more rehomable for people, and sort of highlight them to people so that they'll take more interest in them. But it's not unusual for a dog to stay with us for a few months, but we do everything we can to sort of match them and find them the right home. Adopting a dog gives a dog another chance at life. Kennels is not ideal for anyone. As much as we give them the best welfare we can, it's not what people want for dogs. But adopting a dog and giving it that second chance, or sometimes even a third or fourth chance, depending on the dog, would be perfect. It would literally mean the world for that dog. There's a saying about, adopting one dog won't change the world, but for that one dog, it will change its world, and that's absolutely 100%. Yeah. So Rina's a 2-year-old border collie, and she arrived from Ireland, where she's not had the best of care. She's been living in a multi-dog household, not really seen much of the outside world, and although she's only 2 years old, she's been used for breeding. So she arrived with another dog that's been rehomed already, but Rina's still looking. She's really bright. She's everything a collie should be. She's bright, she's active, she's playful, she wants to engage with you all the time. She'll roll a ball to you to encourage you to keep playing. And she's looking for a home where any children over the age of about 10 or 11, so high school age children. She does need to be the only dog at home at the moment, and that's just because she's not seen much of the outside world. She's not very well socialised, so she's still sort of finding her feet when she's surrounded by unfamiliar dogs. So at the minute she's just getting used to being around other dogs, so we don't want to hold up her rehoming process, so we're happy to rehome her, but she'll need to be the only dog at home, but with a family who are willing to sort of gently socialise her and introduce her to things and not overwhelm her too much, because she's had a tough time.
This is Melissa. She's one of our lovely foster dogs. She is a 4.5-year-old ex-racing Greyhound. She's been in foster for some time now, but she has settled in really, really well into home life. She loves all the home comforts. She does look a little bit older, but she is definitely only 4.5. She loves nothing more than coming and having strokes and snacks. Snacks are the way to Melissa's heart, and she just loves having a fuss and snoozing on the sofa, and gentle walks as well. Melissa can live with children over the age of 12, but she would also suit a nice quiet home as well. She doesn't want for much. She quite happily loves somebody that just has their morning routine of going for a little walk to the shop for the local paper, a little stroll around the park, and then back home for a coffee and a cuddle on the sofa.
Rolo, you shouldn't have favourites, but he's definitely one of mine. He's a Staffy that we believe is about 5 years old. He came from the dog warden. He was an unclaimed stray that somebody brought into us. Did his time with the dog warden, and thankfully we've got him back. Super boy, he's so friendly with people, just absolutely loves people. Spends 2 days a week in the office with me, where I have to do everything one-handed because he's constantly just there wanting cuddles. Super cuddly boy, just so friendly. He'd be really well suited to like a family that's got teenagers, where everybody wants Rolo to be in their room and on their bed and that kind of environment. He just loves people, so I think a family where there's a couple of people in the house would be perfect for him. We don't have any history for him because he was a stray, so obviously we wouldn't put him with young children, but children high school age should be absolutely fine. But he can be a bit boisterous, he likes to sort of jump up and give cuddles, so better not being around young children because he probably would knock them over. He's bowled me over once or twice, but just a super boy. He's quite worried about other dogs, doesn't really know what to do around them. He gets a little bit worried, so he's a bit shouty and a little bit stressy when he's on walks. But we're working on that with him, and I think once he's away from this environment, it'll be much better. He's been home for a couple of nights with one of his carers, Rachel, as well, where he's just been fantastic. He's a really good house guest. He's house trained, he settles really well. He doesn't beg for food or try and steal food or do anything that he shouldn't. He's just been absolutely fantastic. He's just such a lovely dog, lovely boy.